And we are live. What's going on? It's Chris and Emily from LifterLMS, and you know what day it is. It's Feature Friday, now on Tuesday. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the awesome integrations that LifterLMS has. We have an add-on for integrating with Ninja Forms. It does a lot of things. So Ninja Forms is a very popular form plugin for WordPress. They also have a very powerful free version that you can use. And we're going to show you how to require students to submit forms like on lessons. We're going to talk about all the creative things you can do with forms. And we're going to show how like the data that your students enter in the forms ends up in your LifterLMS reporting so that you're getting all this data, but it's also nice and organized for you inside of your reporting so you can find it later. There's all kinds of things you can do with forms. I kind of learned this idea a while back that websites and the internet is really mostly just a bunch of forms. And once you kind of get that concept, you start having all these ideas of, oh yeah, I could build a form for that. And then when you apply that to online education, you can do so many things with it. You can make it required, you can make it optional. You can, collect things from your students. You can collect feedback on your course, get testimonials. There's really no end. You can even sell products through forms. There's really no end to what you can do from them. And Lifter has a nice tight integration with Ninja Forms. Emily's going to take us on a tour of that and show you what LifterLMS and Ninja Forms is all about.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. So taking a look at the back end of my LifterLMS demo site here, we're looking at the Ninja Forms interface. And like Chris said, Ninja Forms can be used for a lot of things, even things that overlap with LifterLMS, like selling a course, getting contact feedback from students in your course, getting testimonial feedback, or requiring them to submit forms almost like a survey or quiz within a lesson. The main one we're going to focus on today is how you can require form submission within a lesson and how it can apply to multiple of these use cases. So from the Ninja Forms dashboard, let's imagine I want to create an assignment for my learners, and I'm not using LifterLMS assignments because maybe I'm on the Universe bundle with LifterLMS, or I want to do assignments in kind of a unique way where things are not necessarily graded. Ninja Forms would be a great solution for that. So you can see I have a lot of template forms that I could start with, but for me, I'm going to start with a blank form. So jumping into the Ninja Forms interface, we will say, let's do a single checkbox, and we'll say, I have completed the assignment from the video. Something like that. So I've completed the assignment from the video. I'm going to require that they check this box, and the default value is going to be unchecked. Let's go back to being done with this field. If I add a new field, let's say I want a paragraph text. Let's change it to, what was your takeaway from your assignment? Something like that. Let's make that required as well. Click done, click publish. This is going to be my lesson 1 assignment form. Publish that. And then I'm going to exit the Ninja Forms editor. We're going to jump into the course structure for Lifter. So on the saving strategy course, I'm going to go into the course builder, and then maybe not course welcome. Let's put it on this one, this first lesson I have. I'm going to edit the lesson with quiz, and I'm going to add a Ninja Form. So Ninja Forms offers you a few ways to embed forms within pages in WordPress, but any way that you choose to embed, whether it's via a shortcode or whether it's via a WordPress block like this, or even a page builder like Elementor or Divi, it's all going to work with the LifterLMS editor here. So if we go to lesson 1 assignment form, which is the form I created, it'll embed it in the lesson, and with the LifterLMS Ninja Forms integration, specifically, it allows us to create a requirement on Ninja Forms here for people to submit the Ninja Form in order to complete the lesson. So we can say that submission is optional if we want to allow people to move on to the next lesson without submitting the form, or if we do want to require that it is submitted, we can select required. These options also apply at a global level, which I'll show you in a second as well, because you can see use global settings, submission required. I'll show you where that comes from for the default for forms on your website. If you have a lot of forms, using defaults might be important to you. So if I go to view lesson, I have lesson 1 assignment form. I've completed the assignment and I can say, this is my feedback. Submit the form. And then for me, I also have a quiz on this assignment, so I would have to both complete the form and the quiz. But the nice thing about the Ninja Forms integration and all the forms integrations with LifterLMS is that these forms will appear in your reporting. So if I enroll Arthur Wells, I'm logged in as Arthur Wells. And so you do have to be enrolled in order to see the feedback from enrolled students who submit forms in your courses. I think was I on saving strategy?
Yes.
Saving strategy. Perfect. So click on saving strategy, students. I'll find Arthur Wells here. And then I can see that there is a Ninja form that was submitted on this lesson with quiz view entry. So I can see what this student had submitted, and I can also just see, edit this if I wanted to. But that's where we can see what users submit in our Ninja Forms. If you're using a Ninja Form submission collection, you would also see it there as well. So what I did as an example was sort of a pseudo assignment within a LifterLMS lesson, but you could also do a testimonial. So if I go to courses and I view saving strategy, we do have a feedback form at the bottom of this course, leave course feedback. And this is another great use case for Ninja Forms. You can see there's an entire feedback form here asking you for first name, email, how satisfied you are with the course, and additional feedback. We could use that as testimonials to sell more of our courses. And you could see that I can't click the mark complete button that would normally appear down here because I must complete this form in order to do that. So if I say magic Emily Middleton at gmail.com, Emily, additional feedback, loved the course. Loved the course, submit the form. And so now it says, thanks for submitting your feedback. And then this lesson is completed based on submitting that form. Taking a look at the global settings for our forms, it would be LifterLMS settings integrations is where you'll find the Ninja Forms settings. And then you can see I have Ninja Forms here. So enable or disable the integration. Obviously, you're going to want that enabled. And then lesson completion. This is where, on a global level, I'm saying that form submission is required. And this can be overridden on individual lessons, but we can say it's either optional or form submission is required. There's also a cool feature you can do where people can register to your website through a Ninja Form. So if you're doing purchases through Ninja Forms, this is a great way to have people sign up through a Ninja Form, pay you through a Ninja Form, and get enrolled into a course. Now, we do have the LifterLMS Custom Fields add-on, which came out and is usually going to be a smoother integration, but if you're already deeply integrated into Ninja Forms on your WordPress website, or you're working with a LifterLMS Universe bundle, for example, you might not have custom fields, and so working with the Forms tool could be a really good solution for you, but LifterLMS has you covered with custom fields on adding fields to your checkout or registration, but this is an alternate way to do it where you might have a unique use case where you want to use forms for people to actually pay for and register into your courses, even though LifterLMS has add-ons that cover you out of the box. So if you're a developer, you might be doing something fancy with these, but normally we're just going to be looking at the lesson completions for Ninja Forms. I'll pass it back to you, Chris. What do you think about that? Do you have a curveball? How are you feeling about Ninja Forms?
I feel great. And by the way, great demo, Emily. And the demo site that Emily was using there is a site that you can get, which already has Ninja Forms, an example of this integration active on the site. That's the $1 demo. You get a sandbox website for 30 days that has everything LifterLMS makes, and you can play around and see exactly what we were building there in that second to last lesson that had a required form on submission. So if you want to play with that, you can go to lifterlms.com/try, and you can get that exact website to play around with it. Are you ready for the curveball?
I am.
Okay. One of the things I like to do is help course creators get more customers, clients, students in their platform. So let's say we had a idea to help create a system on our website to get more referrals. So basically, my ask of you is to put an optional Ninja form on the last lesson that says, now I don't want to encourage anybody to like start putting all your friends' email addresses and sending them to the website owner. But what you could do, which I think would be a little more a way to refer without giving away somebody's info, is to basically have a deal where if you love this course, refer a friend, and I'll give you and your friend a 50% off coupon code so that you can get another course on this website. And instead of saying put in their name and email address, let's do put in their first name, last name, and their LinkedIn, public profile. So then what the website owner would do is they would see those submissions, they would give the referrer a 50% off coupon, thank you, and then reach out to the through the public profile of the person who they think might be a great fit, and say, hey, so and so thought you might love this course. They mentioned it. Hey, we wanted to give you a 50% off coupon code, and I think that's a pretty nice above board way of asking for a referral.
Yeah, no, totally. That's a great idea to have people at the end of your course refer your course in order to get an additional discount.
And get a discount for their friend.
Yeah.
And by the way, you might want to, you might not want to give the referrer a discount until the referee actually signs up. So that's just up to you on managing like, or you could give it to them just for going to the trouble of making hey, I think this person might like it. You could do it either way. So.
Yeah, totally. I think so. For the use case, let's see. If I go back to my saving strategy course, let's use this as an example. All the way at the end, call to action is our last lesson. So this is a perfect place to add a Ninja form. Let's see if we can put that together. So going to Ninja Forms, I'm going to go to Ninja Forms, add new, and then I'm going to start blank. And with the blank form, we're going to say, let's see, we can do some things with conditional logic inside of a forms where you could say like, I want to refer this to a friend, or you don't have to. We can just make the form submission optional. So we asked for first name, last name, single line text, potentially for a LinkedIn. There might also be a URL. Let's see if there's is URL one of these paragraph multi-text? Because it presumably we're going to be reaching out to the referral manually, so we probably don't need a URL field. I'll just put in a single line text field. So first name, so your friend's name, and honestly we probably don't even need the last name. I'm gonna remove this. So if I go advanced, how do I trash these in Ninja Forms? Oh, there it is. Beautiful. Okay. Single line text. We're going to change this to LinkedIn profile URL. Required. Done. This one is required. Done. Let's add a new field. I think I would probably put an HTML field. Would this be pretty good. So this is the code editor. So I'd say, drop your friend's information here. Let's see. So refer a friend. Drop your friend's information here for LinkedIn.
And get 50% off coupon for yourself and your friend.
Yourself and your friend. Perfect. So drop your friend's information here, get a code for them and yourself. This is going to be our refer a friend form. Refer a friend form. So we're going to publish that. Jumping back into my call to action lesson, I can now embed that Ninja form into here. So we'll go to Ninja Forms, we'll embed refer a friend form, Save this, and then I'll make form submission optional here, but let's just see if it looks good. Refer a friend. Refer a friend. Drop your friend's information here and get a 50% off. And so I'm going to make submission here is optional because we don't want to require people to do this to complete the course. But then also there's another layer to this, which is the notification emails that come after they've submitted the form. So I'm going to go back and edit my refer a friend form. Ninja Forms and most of the form tools you'll be working with have this option for emails and actions after submit. So if you're a really advanced user, you might be able to set something up with Zapier where all of this could be done automatically. But for now, let's imagine you're going to manually receive this email from the form and then reach out to that friend. So what we would do is they have a success message, and the success message is what appears on the page and says, thanks for submitting. There's an admin email, which goes out to the administrator and says, hey, there was a submission of this form, but let's see if we can send an email to the friend as well. So we'll do an admin email, but I also want to do a new action that is an email. This is going to be the here's your 50% off. So that's going to be our email. Instead of the WordPress admin email, can I get the user email? So this is going to be the user email of the person. I don't know why. Can I zoom in on this? It's not letting me zoom. But WP user email, that's Ninja Forms short code to send an email to the user who's currently logged into the website filling out your form. And then the subject is going to be, here's your 50% off. Thanks for referring. Here's your 50% off. And so this is going to imagine that we are just automatically sending them the 50% off coupon without waiting for the friend to have purchased the product. So what we would do is we'd say hi, and then we should have merge codes here. So let's say WordPress, I want user first name. Hi, user first name. Thanks for inviting someone to join. Here's your 50% off. And then what we would do, jump to the back end of our WordPress, create a coupon in LifterLMS, and embed that in our email. So orders, coupons, add coupon. Oh, we also have an Academy 50. Refer a friend. So refer a friend. That's perfect. Discount amount 50%. Publish. And so this is our coupon. We'll put that right in our form builder. Refer a friend. Something like that. That's a weird coupon. You might want to work on your coupon a little bit, but that means that the coupon's already created in LifterLMS. They'll get this email automatically once they submit the form, and then they can use that on checkout. Here's a link to our course catalog to get 50% off your next purchase. And then you could link them over to your course catalog, so the person who referred somebody will get a link to their next purchase. And if you wanted to add an email field instead of a LinkedIn profile, you could also send that email to them directly. Like, so we did LinkedIn profile, so presumably I would receive an email as an admin, take the email that was, or the LinkedIn profile that was submitted here, and then go reach out to that person with a canned response or a pre-made message and say, hey, your friend referred you over here. But we could also do something fancy. If we wanted to do an email field, we could do email friends email, and then inside of our actions and notifications, we could add a new action that would be an email that would go email to friend and say, hey, your friend, and then we'll put in their first name, user first name, recommended this course to you. Here's a 50% discount. So it'll take the name of the person who's currently logged in, who's the friend who's referring them, and say, hey, you got recommended to this course. And who this email would be to is not the WordPress admin, but instead it would be the, let's see, form title. Can I see? Oh, fields here. Your friend's email. So it would be the friend's email is who this would go to. The subject would be, you got a discount from, and then you could say WordPress use your first name. So if Chris filled this out on my behalf and sent me an invite, it would say, you got a discount from Chris. And it'd say, hey, your friend Chris recommended this course to you. Here's a 50% discount. And so that's how that could all happen automatically. And there's a few different ways you could do that. But that's how you can get an email as an admin that someone referred. The person who referred their friend would get a 50% off, and the friend would also get an email, and that's all automatically set up. Or you could do LinkedIn profile if you wanted to do some manual outreach. But what do you think about that, Chris?
I think you hit that curveball out of the park, Emily. It was I knew the full scope of what was possible, and you just showed all the personalization and automation on top of that, which is awesome. So great job, and I highly recommend you do that. A lot of the easiest ways to get new customers is to develop a referral program, and we showed you how to build a referral program that's completely automated or close to it, depending upon which path you go, in under 5 minutes. So, and that's the power of LifterLMS and form plugins like Ninja Forms. I hope you enjoyed this integration. Smash the like button, drop a comment. Speaking of refers, tell your friends about this show, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.